Welcome to your die casting news update. The market is definitely on the move, and today we're diving into the key numbers, the big opportunities, and the challenges that you need to know about for your operations. Let's get right to it. All right, let's start with the headline number. The global market for aluminum die casting machines is projected to hit a massive $3.68 billion by 2033. So, what exactly is driving this incredible growth? Well, to put that into perspective, that's up from 2.34 billion in just 2023. We're looking at a steady growth rate of over 6% every single year. So, this isn't some short-term blip. It's a really strong sign of sustained long-term demand. Now, inside this booming market, where's the real action? Well, one area is showing some exceptional promise, and that's gravity die casting. And you got to see this. While the machine market is big, the market for the actual parts made by gravity die casting, it's even bigger. We're talking about a staggering $9.56 billion by 2030. That just shows you the incredible value being created by this one process. So, who's buying all these parts? Well, the auto industry is a huge driver, of course, always hungry for lightweight components for both EVs and traditional engines. But it's not just cars. The electronics sector needs these precision parts, and industrial machinery really relies on them for critical, leak-tight components. And here's a really crucial point. If you're a plant manager, gravity die casting has found its sweet spot. It is perfect for those medium batch production runs, between 1,000 and 10,000 units. It hits that perfect balance of speed and top-notch quality. But of course, this kind of growth doesn't come without its hurdles. So let's take a look at the challenges the industry is facing, and more importantly, the smart solutions being used to get past them. On one side, you've got the usual suspects: supply chain headaches, really high startup costs, massive energy bills, and that persistent shortage of skilled labor. But on the other side, we have some powerful solutions emerging. Things like smart manufacturing, automation, advanced simulation, and of course, sustainable practices. Let's just zoom in on advanced simulation for a second, because this is a real game changer. It uses AI to basically run a digital test of the entire casting process. This lets you catch flaws and perfect your designs before you even start production. Just think of the savings in time, materials, and money. It's huge. Now, speaking of costs, there's a big external factor that's really impacting American manufacturers, and that is U.S. trade policy. We're talking specifically about Section 232 tariffs. These have hiked up the cost of certain aluminum imports by a whopping 50%. And the impact is pretty straightforward. These tariffs are, and I'm quoting the source here, artificially raising the prices of raw materials. So what's the bottom line here? It means higher production costs for U.S. manufacturers, and that can make it tougher for them to compete on the global stage. It's as simple as that. And just one final note on our data sources today, specifically about India. So no India-specific market detail was mentioned in today's sources. It is interesting to note, however, that the publisher of that market report we've been referencing, Evolve Business Intelligence, is actually based in India. Okay, so after all that, what are the most important things to take away from today's update? Let's quickly break it down. First, remember the overall machine market is on a solid path to nearly $3.7 billion. Second, that gravity casting parts market, that's a massive, nearly $10 billion opportunity. Third, technology is your answer to rising costs. And finally, keep an eye on those U.S. tariffs because they're continuing to pressure raw material prices. And that's the state of the market for right now. With technology and trade policies changing so fast, the real question is, how will your operation adapt to stay ahead of the curve? Thanks for tuning in.